Hi, and welcome to my Amazon video review of this carbon monoxide alarm slash detector. It is a really cool detector with only one fatal flaw, but let me show it to you up close. I guess it says Kidde or Kidde carbon monoxide alarm. It shows that the current level of carbon monoxide is 0. I wanted to put a pipe from the car exhaust up to my apartment to have this go up high, but my girlfriend said that we couldn't do that, so that's why it says 0. And it's cool because it has this slow flash, so you can tell that it is working and detecting. The other really cool thing about this is the peak level. So if you press and hold this, then you can see that the peak level that we got was 87, but you have to be at 87 for like an hour for the alarm to go off, so I actually haven't had this alarm go off even though we've had it for about a month. So I'll press it again. It shows 87, and then sometimes like when we're cooking and running the stove on a bunch of burners all at the same time, then this will go up, and then we just open a window. So it's really cool to be able to trace out what is causing the carbon monoxide in your house, and then you can reset that and try again until you don't have any carbon monoxide. So I'm going to press the test reset. It does kind of reset, but it also chirps, so you can hear what the chirping sounds like. It's actually pretty loud, but I think the sound on my video recorder will zero it out a little bit. Then it'll chirp some more. And then after a second or two, it'll go back to 0 and back. Okay, so now it's back to normal. Oh, let me show you the batteries. It has three batteries and 3 AA batteries. And then the only fatal flaw in this is after 7 years, then it stops working. And I'm sure it still detects in it, but it flashes across the screen end, so it becomes basically useless after 7 years. They call that a feature because you're supposed to replace these every so often. But I think it's, I hate my Brita filter enough that it keeps warning me to put in new filters all the time, so this is, well, it's not as bad because you only have to replace this every 7 years instead of every 3 or 4 weeks. But anyway, besides that, it's awesome. I'd recommend 2, 3, 4, or 5 of these. And that's my Amazon video review. Thanks very much.
Now 40 is kind of in the danger zone, but it has to be at 40 for a long time. But as you can see, I opened the vent and it is steadily dropping. This monitor, you know, I guess because it alarms over time, it doesn't exactly update very fast, I don't think. I mean, I can walk outside and it'll start to drop, but it doesn't, you know, instantly drop or anything. So. But it might take a while for the CO to disperse too. So I've also, to test this, I've held it up to my exhaust pipe, which, you know, has a ton of CO, and it still read 0 for a long time, and then all of a sudden it jumped up to 475, which will kill you in minutes if you. That's why you never want to run your vehicle while you're inside of it for even a few minutes, you know, more than a few minutes, especially if you have any holes. Oops, see it just jumped to 0. Yeah, see, so kind of updates a little slow, I think, and then catches up, you know, which I guess if it takes time to, you know, for this CO to really trigger an alarm or kill you, so unless it's really high, you know. I think it's like 4 minutes at 400 parts per million to even trigger the alarm, which is not very long, and at like 40, I think it's like got to be like an hour or something like that before it can like do you harm. But yeah, I just wanted to show how much of a difference just cracking, just a very, very small crack can make a difference in your CO level. So I always do keep the vent cracked. I always have, even before I had a monitor. So it's good to know that doing that does significantly lower the CO in the van and keeps me safe. Alright. See you later.
Which one?
It's this one. No, this one that's sticking out. I have a apoplexy. Also the back. Okay, it's not just me.
No.
Okay, they suck. Okay, don't get that too close to your heart. I'll adjust it. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Yes, the advertisement is called for Kidde Dometic or Kidde carbon monoxide alarm. This is a Dometic. From what I see, it was supposed to be for an RV. Also, the date that I just received it is says manufactured in June of 2018. So it's already 5 years old. So you're supposed to replace them every 10 years. So this is half used, and I just received it in the mail.
As you can see, this battery is not going to go down, and it's not going to go down because there's a bump there for the positive thing, and this sticks out way too far on the negative end. And then you got this stupid little spring here that keeps not trying to help you put the whole thing together. That thing tab has to be bent in because it sticks out. And you can see right here where they've made the housing way too big.